How you doing, Mr. Parco?
I'm doing well today. How can
I
I help
wanted
you?
to ask you a few questions. How did you dwell in this association for the past 3 years? How did you do it?
It takes a lot of focus. It takes a lot of discipline. I say, one, I think 3 years ago, I would be, I would be 19, yeah, like 19. So I would say from 19 to the age I am now, I would say my perspective has changed over a period of time. And I think through life experiences, that's what changed my perspective, good and bad experiences. Um, a lot of things that I've gained through wisdom from other people's lives, but also I had to learn some wisdom from my own experience.
Yes, sir.
And that's just how knowing about God and knowing about my what I want to do in life.
Yes, sir.
And I think once you know what you want to do in life, it gives you a focus,
Yes,
and it
sir.
gives you each day opportunity to wake up happy, excited because you have opportunity to go after that passion, that focus. I can say that you're gonna have, it's gonna feel like the winds of time is gonna hit you. When I mean the winds of time, you're gonna have time that you want your goal to come to pass. It may not come to pass at that time,
Yes, sir.
but you can look back and say you're still being effective. You're still making a difference.
Yes,
And I
sir.
say that's one of the things that I've enjoyed on trying to be effective and try to not so get in tune to what everybody else is doing, but to focus on my gifts, my talents, and to utilize what God has blessed me with. And that has been a challenge because each day I grow in wisdom, I grow in understanding. So I have to adapt what I've learned to meet who I want to be.
Yes, sir. Okay, that's nice. Well, how did you overcome all the distractions? How did you prevent them?
How did I overcome a lot of distractions, like females and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I mean, well, one of my things, I know what type of woman I want, and that's somebody who loves the Lord and folk who has God centered in their life. But at the same time, I knew that there's going to be a lot of distractions. I always have been a lot of distractions. As long as you got a purpose and you're trying to do something, the enemy is going to have distractions. God is going to have, he's going to try to push you to go farther. The enemy is going to try to push you to go in a circle. And so one of the things I know, what I accept and what I don't accept. And I also know the long term what kind of like for like family and all that toward the end that I kind of want. And so, and the stuff that I'm building toward. So they help with distracting convictions. When I say convictions, like not going out to a lot of parties, clubs, and stuff like that. That kind of, I ain't saying like it's bad, wrong going to bad parties, stuff like going to parties. There's a lot of good parties, social events, but also you got to know your boundaries and your limitations, know your character, know what you stand for. Because you could go to something like that and you could be, it could look kind of like bad. Say for instance, like you putting on, I'm trying to live for the Lord, I'm trying to do the best for the Lord, and now you at clubs and it goes with maturity too, but at the same time,
Yes, sir.
it kind of a bad reflection. If you're trying to make this image for yourself, or it's like you honor God and you represent God. I mean, you gonna have to represent God. I ain't saying you can't have no fun, but at the same time, you gotta know your boundaries, your limitations, and what if I'm in this kind of environment, is this something that God, I could bring God in this environment with? If you say no, well, don't go over there. And
Yes,
so
sir.
I think that's one of the things that helped me out. I just, some stuff I don't be a part of, and also too, in the long run, some things you can't be a part of. And then you have opportunities where you put yourself in a position where you can be a part of some things that other people can't, because your character is built and you're living a life that's pleasing to God, and you open doors that other people just can't have. But they won't have the influence that you have because how you have operated and trusted God. So I think that's one of the things that helped me with distractions. And then, I mean, temptation is everywhere. I mean, just prayer and putting God first.
Yes, sir. I know, it was very, kind of hard to, sacrifice all your, wantings and stuff. But was it worth it? Was it hard?
I think when I look back, I think I made some sacrifices that I had for like sacrifices with, friendships and stuff like that, knowing that to some points you're gonna get to where like, your focus gonna be so much that you can't, um, do everything everybody's doing, and you have to be comfortable with, I guess being different and also being comfortable with doing what you want to do and making a difference. And so I'm very comfortable with what sacrifice I made because the sacrifice I made, I can see I was effective. At some points where I think I at least thought I was doing anything else, I was like, well, I'm doing this, but like, I don't know, for like, it's just really making a big difference. And at the long run, I see that difference sometimes was in me. I was changing as I was continuing to push myself into uncomfortable positions, doing things like outreaches with my church, the church that I attend, also with just gaining understanding how to talk to people, how to help people with different situations. And so the more I put myself in opportunities to change, the more I became better. And so I really thankful for the change.
Yes, sir. Well, it's nice having you, Mr. Parco.
Thank you.
This is Parco, Courage Faith. Where can we reach you?
Okay, I'm on Facebook, Parco Courage Faith. I'm on Instagram, Parco Courage Faith. On Twitter, Parco Courage Faith. YouTube, Parco Courage Faith. Just look me up, Google me up, Parco Courage Faith. I'll follow back. All right,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you.
Thank you very much.